This video I'll be trading again with pocket option, and over here I have this strategy to show you guys. It's one of the simple, very effective strategy, especially if you're a beginner trader. So over here we're using just two indicators. We're using our Bollinger Band and super trend. Over here is the setup of our Bollinger Band. So on the period part here, I use it as 11. On the deviation here, it's 3. On the stop part here, make sure I use the top line as green and I take it to be on 2 pixel. Alright. So the same thing applicable on the bottom line. Make sure that you take it as red. So that's pretty much all you have to do. The background is white. And also make sure that you take out the middle line here. So make sure you untick that. So that's pretty much all you have to do. So when you're done, you hit save. So the second indicator is super trend with an arc period of 2. The supplier is 2. On the stop part here, make sure that the up is red and take your line to be on 2 pixel. On the down part, make sure that the color is green. And of course, you have to take it to be on 2 pixel. On the default, you're going to have the up red and down green though. You don't have to do anything here. The only thing you need to do is to change your line to be on 2 pixel. So that's pretty much all you have to do. So when you're done, you hit save. All right. So of course, we're going to do this with 1 minute. It's a 1 minute strategy. Don't forget that. It's 1 minute strategy and 30-second candle time frame. I'm also using it on a Japanese candlestick, which is Heineke Ashi candlestick. All right, so that's pretty much all you have to do. All right, so it's normal market strategy. So make sure you're doing this on a regular market. It doesn't work with auto save. So make sure you are actually trading this with a normal market. So I'll be putting up my currency here now, analyzing the market. So when I get a good moment, I'm going to come down and enter a trade. And of course, I'm going to explain in details how this strategy works. Okay guys, over here I'm finding a good moment. So right now I'm going to enter an up trade. So like I said earlier on, it's a very simple strategy. So how this strategy works, it's a very simple one. Like I said earlier on, the number one thing we always need to look up anytime we want to enter a trade. For example, if we're going for an up trade, the number one thing is to always make sure that we have an indication of our super trend signal right there, as you can see. And not only that, make sure that you've confirmed the trend before you enter a trade. If you're going for an up trade, always make sure that you confirm a very strong uptrend before you place the trade. As you can see, I placed my trade on this position, and when you check right from here where the signal indicates, you can see that the trend has been going up for a very long time. All right, so another thing is to always make sure that your signal indicates in a very close position of your Bollinger Band downline here. All right, so make sure that you have the indication in a very strong oversold position along the downline of the Bollinger Band. As you can see, we're in the money on that. Another thing to confirm is to make sure that all the candlestick is actually above the super trend indicator. As you can see, all the candlestick right from this position, all of them is actually above the super trend indicator. So those are the things you need to check before you enter a trade. The number one thing is to confirm the trend. Make sure that the trend is actually very strong going up in the trend when you have your indication of your super trend signal right there. The second thing is to make sure that you have the signal very close to the oversold position of the Bollinger Band here. Let me zoom it. You can see that the signal actually indicates right on the Bollinger Band downline here, which is the red line. All right, and the last thing is to make sure that the trend is actually above the super trend indicator. It's a very simple strategy. A good one there, guys. Let's keep analyzing. Okay guys, over here I'm actually checking this moment. As you can see, when we have the indication of our super trend, the last 4 candlestick is actually very strong above the super trend indicator. You can see this is actually a very powerful trend. All right, so right now I'm going to enter a trade on this as well. The number one thing is to always make sure that your super trend is very close to the Bollinger Band downline here, which is this red line. All right, make sure that your super trend, it's actually very powerful in a very strong oversold position. If you have your super trend at the middle of the Bollinger Band, do not enter the trade. Always make sure that you're having it very close to the downline of the Bollinger Band. So that's the number one thing. The second thing is to make sure that you confirm the trend. It's very important that you confirm the trend. And what I normally do is to confirm a very strong trend in some scenario. All right, so when you say that the trend is very strong, it's actually a perfect moment for you to place the trade. All right, so the last thing you need to do is to always make sure that all the candlestick you're placing your trade on is actually above the super trend indicator. It's very important. All right. So let's wait and see. This is going to be a good one. We have less than 3 seconds. A good one there, guys. And the money in that. So guys, I hope you actually understand. This is actually a very perfect moment. Let me keep analyzing, guys. Okay, guys, over here I'm actually finding another moment for an up trade. So I'm going to enter this trade real quick. So as you can see right here, we have a very powerful confirmation of an uptrend. All right, our super trend just indicate in this position, and you can see the few candlesticks above it are very stable and are very strong in the trend. And like I just said, always make sure that your super trend signal is always very close to the downline of the Bollinger Band anytime you're going for an up trade. So that's the number one confirmation. The second thing is to make sure that you're having a stable, very strong confirmation of an uptrend with your candlestick. And the last thing is to make sure that all the candlestick is actually above the super trend indicator. I hope you understand. It's a very simple strategy, guys. All right. We have less than 10 seconds right now. So let's wait and see if this is going to be a good one, which I'm so certain of. All right. A good one here, guys. We and the money and that is actually a powerful one. Keep analyzing. Okay, right now I'm having a very powerful moment. All right, for a down trade with this one, so I'm going to enter this as well. You can see a very powerful downtrend. All right, and then over here you see that the indicator, our super trend signal, is very strong in the overbought condition. All right, you always need to have it very close to the upper line of the Bollinger Band anytime you're going for a down trade. And the second thing is to make sure that you're having the candlestick very strong, confirming the downtrend. All right. So this strategy actually works with a strong trend, either up or down trend. So let's make sure that you're confirming the trend before you actually enter the trade. All right. Another thing is to make sure that all the candlestick is below the super trend indicator. Like I said, always make sure that the signal is very close to the upper line of the Bollinger Band if you're going for a down trade, or the down line of the Bollinger Band if you're going for an up trade. I hope you understand. It's very important, guys. A good one there, and the money and that. Let's keep analyzing. Okay, here I'm finding another good moment for an up trade. Let me place this real quick. You should understand how this works right now. You see a very stable candlestick above the super trend indicator right there. And the second thing is the fact that our super trend is very close to the downline of the Bollinger Band. Alright, always make sure you're confirming that. If you have your super trend at the middle of the Bollinger Band, do not enter the trade. It actually indicates that the trend wasn't actually good. Alright, so always make sure that the super trend, signal is very close to the, downline of your Bollinger Band. It's very important. Alright, so guys, let's wait and see if this is going to be a good one. Okay, we have a statics right there. Yeah, and we have less than 3 seconds right now. Alright, bad one there. Right, this candlestick actually gets statics, and we lost out on the trade. That's a bad one. I'm going to increase my balance right now. Keep analyzing. Okay, guys, over here I'm finding a good moment. So I'm going to enter this trade real quick. As you can see, this is actually a very stable trend, and then the confirmation of our super trend is right there. Let's make sure you have it in a very strong position with your Bollinger Band downline there. All right. And make sure that the trend is very stable. Like I just said, make sure that you first confirm the trend. If you're having 2 or 3 candlesticks, do not enter a trade. Let's make sure the trend is actually confirmed before you enter the trade. I hope you understand. All right. Let's wait and see if this is going to be a good one. We have less than 55 seconds right now. All right, guys. We have less than 2 seconds. A good one there, guys. Win the money on that. We actually recover back our loss. It's a good one. Let's keep analyzing. Okay, guys, over here I'm finding another good moment. So right now I'm going to enter this trade real quick. You can see this is actually a very powerful trend, an uptrend right there. All right, so right here we have the indication of our super trend right there. And of course, always make sure that you're having it very close to the Bollinger Band downline there. That's just it. You should understand it by now. Always make sure that the trend that you're placing your trade on a very strong trend, going up in an uptrend if you're going for an up trade. All right. And the last thing is to make sure that you're having your all the candlestick above the super trend signal right there. It's very important. All right. So we have less than 10 seconds right now to close this trade. So let's wait and see if there's going to be a good one. Another thing is to always make sure that you're placing your trade on a very strong candlestick. Okay, as you can see with the money in that. Always make sure that you're placing the trade on a very strong candlestick. It's very important. Alright, you can see right here, the last few candlesticks here actually reverse from this position. The last 5 candlesticks here reverse. But I make sure that I wait until the trend go back to its position and only place the trade on the strong one, because that is the only confirmation I have. I never place the trade on the first candlestick that reversed. I make sure that I wait to confirm the candlestick before I place the trade. So when I say that this one is very strong, confirming an uptrend, that is only when I place my trade. I hope you understand. Always make sure that you're placing your trade on a very strong candlestick. It's very important. A good one there, guys. Keep analyzing. Well, guys, over here I'm finding another good moment. So right now I'm going to enter a down trade on that real quick. As you can see right here, over here we have the confirmation of our super trend indicator right there. And then I only make sure that I place my trade on a very strong candlestick, like I said earlier on. When you check the last few candlesticks here, when the trend is coming down right here, there's a reversal. As you can see, the reversal actually happened here, but actually came back again. And then I only make sure I place my trade on a very strong candlestick. Always make sure you put that in mind. Alright, confirm your signal very close to the Bollinger band upper line, the green line right there. Make sure that all the candlestick is actually below the super trend signal. Alright, and make sure that the trend is very powerful. Like I just said, confirm the trend first before you enter a trade. Alright, good morning, guys. Went in the money on that. That's actually a very powerful one. I'll be analyzing again. As you can see right there, this is actually a perfect confirmation. So I'm going to go down for the trade. Alright, so guys, let's make sure you're confirming the trend before you enter a trade. Is very important. Alright, make sure that the confirmation of your signal is in the right position. Make sure that you have it very close or even above the upper line of the Bollinger band. Confirm the candlestick below it. It must be very stable. And only place your trade on a very strong candlestick. It is very important, guys. Alright, so let's wait and see if this is going to be a good one. Alright, guys, we have less than 4 seconds right now. A good one here, guys. We're in the money on that. Alright, so guys, this is where I'm going to stop on today's video. I hope you actually understand how this strategy works. It's a very simple strategy. Alright, it's a very simple strategy, and if you follow all the guidelines I laid out in the video, you're definitely going to be profitable with this strategy. Alright, so it's very suitable for a new beginner that is trying to understand how this works and then understand every trade I took, and of course you would definitely going to end up in a good profit. So this is where I'm going to stop on today's video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my next video. And again, I have my Telegram link in the description. Make sure you join the group and be part of the family. I love you guys, and I will see you guys again on my next video.